Shalom, Yasharala. This is, forget who I am. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you, brothers, throughout the four corners of the earth. Teaching the truth and righteousness and sincerity to you, Israelite foreigners. Come back home to the truth. To those that passed on, serving the Lord. The dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. To the sisters who believe, keep encouraging and supporting your brothers out here that's out here risking our lives to push this truth, and always commemorate the sister who washed Yahweh Shai feet when you read the scriptures. What I want to talk about is, whoever saw my last video, one of the two people that saw that video about when you borrow something, you give it back. Honestly, there shouldn't be no videos about that. It shouldn't take for a video. I mean, I shouldn't have so many examples of people and brothers and sisters in the faith that have borrowed things from me and haven't returned them. The problem is, the real beginning of all these problems, see, every problem in the Black and Latino community, or really the Israelite community, dates back to or comes down to a few simple rules in the Bible, which are called the 10 Commandments, where it says, love thy neighbor. If you loved your neighbor, you wouldn't steal from your neighbor. You wouldn't borrow. See, all this is why I believe this is the truth. Because when you actually go into the law, you go into the scriptures, it tells you, listen, the main point of the law, the main focal point is love the Most High and love your brother as you love yourself. See, if you love your brother, you wouldn't, even if you left the truth, even if you stopped believing in the truth, but you understand that that brother was always your brother and was by your side, fighting the same fucking demons you were, you wouldn't sit here and fucking hold on to his shit. You wouldn't be sitting here lusting after another man's wife. You wouldn't be sitting here. There are things you do when you love somebody, right? Look at how y'all is when y'all love a bitch. You love a woman and shit. And I'm not equating woman to bitch, but a lot of y'all are in love with bitches. Think about it. How considerate are you when you love a bitch or a woman? Let's just say a woman. Some of you are in love with or love women that are, halfway decent. How considerate are you? How respectful are you? How kind are you when you love a woman? And that's how you're supposed to love your brothers and sisters in the faith. Not literally, because you make love to your woman and you do things with your woman that you don't do with brothers, but the same way that you are very considerate, very loving, very accommodating to your woman when you love her and you want to be with her, that's the same way you're supposed to be towards brothers and sisters that are in Israel. Accommodating, loving, go out of your way to help. Now, here's the caveat to it. You got a lot of niggas in here that are not brothers. And a lot of them take advantage of help. I'll tell you a perfect example. I got a person in my personal life who has borrowed a huge amount of money from me. And although I know that they'll pay me back, it's the fact that they hardly mention it, and it takes them hella time to pay me back. And the fact that they're spending money that makes it an insult that they're dragging their feet to pay me back. But nonetheless, it's not brotherly, right? It's not brotherly. You brothers out here and sisters, be brotherly and sisterly. There are camps out here that are not related to us, that are known for brotherhood and sisterhood. And I'll be honest with you. Brotherhood and sisterhood I would put that, and I think the scriptures put it more important than a lot of things. Because you got camps that really focus on hating Esau. You got camps that really focus on the letter of the law, right? But how many camps focus on brotherhood? How many camps focus on taking care of brotherhood? I remember one time I told the camp leader, I'm not going to say which camp, but I told them, with your high level of knowledge, you can gather fruit. You always going to gather fruit when you have a lot of knowledge. Through brotherhood, you can keep that fruit and not replenish, but basically care for the fruit and raise the fruit up in the truth. Because we have the truth, man. You're not going to tell me there's not 144,000 brothers in Israel. But how many of those 144,000 brothers in Israel are brotherly? Brotherhood is lacking, man. I'm telling you, brotherhood is lacking. I'll never forget, not too long ago, I was at a Lions of Israel cookout, and the sister cut the shit out of me. And she cut me because, without knowing she cut me. Because it was a brother there at the cookout that was drunk as fuck. Not as fuck. Let me not say as fuck. He was too drunk to drive. And she asked me, would I let a man that's that tipsy drive home? And I didn't, before I got to answer, she said that wouldn't be brotherly. That would not be brotherly. And I remember how many times I've had people come over the crib and get hammered and let them go home driving. And you know, to this day, I think of that sister's words, and of course I wouldn't do it again. At least I would offer, and I would encourage if somebody came to my crib and got had. I remember a chick that I was dealing with, and you know what I mean by dealing with. She came over, and it's her fault though. It was her fault. She came over and started hammering my liquor without even asking. You know what I'm saying? Just straight taking swig after swig to the point she was totally fucked up. Thought she had a place to stay. Wound up having to sleep over a male friend's house in Irvington. And those are things that I remember about. And I'm like, yo, that was not, for all the people that tell me that I'm such a great brother and I'm so brotherly, I'll never forget. There are times when I haven't been brotherly and I wasn't as considerate. If I love those people, truly love those people, would I have let them drive home without at least offering some type of other solution? Now, granted, I live alone. I don't have 2-3 beds. You know what I'm saying? But shit, sofa, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just stay over, or let's go to a diner and get something to eat or something so you could maybe wear some of that liquor down. Or maybe not give them so much goddamn liquor to begin with. That ain't a problem. But, you know, it's something that you live and you learn. You really live and you learn. You know, right now at 45 years of age, I've learned from these mistakes. And I would not let somebody come over and get hammered and then say, you know, let them drive home. No, you could stay here. I mean, where I live at now actually is probably the best because I have furniture. There's been times where I didn't really have furniture for brothers to sleep on. You know what I'm saying? I had a fucking shit. I remember one time I had bed bugs crawling all over my fucking apartment. You'd be sitting on a fucking recliner that has fucking bed bugs. You know, but at least the offer's there. Because I let you come to my house and get hammered drunk. You know, making rap music and shit, like, you know what I mean? You know, but That's how we have to be brotherly. We don't have we can't sit here and go around preaching what we preach. And that's why a lot of you have guilty consciences when you go out there and preach. A lot of you have guilty consciences. Because I know I do. Sometimes when I be like, damn, where was all this brotherhood when this happened that I'm talking about? I'm telling a nigga to be brotherly. What about when this happened? How brotherly was I? I cut myself sometimes. You know, and I think, honestly, Israel, we need to focus on that. Focus on brotherhood. Focus on loving your neighbor. Loving your brother. It's not neighbor literally like a fucking neighbor. Granted, like I said, I have a lot of people in my life that have taken advantage of my kindness and brotherhood. In the truth and out the truth. You know, be brotherly, but don't be stupid. That's what I would say. You know, if you can't afford to give something away or loan, if somebody asks for $100, but you got a bill due that's $50, you might want to consider, hey, I could do this for you. Maybe you could get a collection, different brothers. But, you know what I'm saying? Don't be stupid. Because trust and believe, kindness is weakness in this world. I didn't say kindness is taken for weakness. Kindness is weakness. You have a soft spot for helping brothers. That's another thing. You go a little too overboard. I've always been the type of brother, I hate to say it, I go overboard. I overextend myself to help people in and out the faith. I literally told the bitch yesterday, I was like, yo, honestly, yo, I don't really have friends. I don't really have friends. Most people take advantage of me. And I was talking to her too. She takes advantage. You know, but anyway, I'm almost at my destination, so I got to dead the video anyway. But please, Israel, focus on brotherhood, be brotherly, love one another. If you love one another, you're not going to do foul shit to each other. If you love one another, you're not going to borrow things and not pay them back or not give them back, whether it's money, whether it's goods, books, garments. You know, if you truly love one another, you're not going to hurt each other. Shalom.